Alright, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've really been curious. You feel me? I know if y'all don't know, OT7 Quanny, Leaf Ward, Lil Bucks, Mr. Disrespectful. Not really him. Just put him out there. OT7 Quanny, Leaf Ward. Been blowing up. My favorite, people like Leaf say he better. For me, I guess is if you like that type of rap. I think OT7 Quanny better because I like the type of like little melodic and like the type of flow. Like he got the type of industry flow that niggas got in the industry. Like I don't know how to really explain it. You feel me? But I like his flow and how he rap. For me, versus Leaf. Lil Bucks, I like Lil Bucks. And I was curious. You feel me? I really want to know like what's going on, where they from, and like I don't even know how they like. Kind of more of the upbringing. I hope they explain like more of the upbringing in this, but they probably won't. They probably just gonna explain the beef and how niggas. But they may do both. Respectfully, let's get into it though. We got the story of Philly drill, one of the wildest scenes in America. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, them niggas is gritty out there. But it makes sense though. I ain't gonna lie. I like Galveston, Kingston. That shit is fucking zombie land, man. I know niggas just getting laced with the Fetty out there in Kingston, whatever that shit called. I definitely might go to Philly. There. I definitely got some baddies out there. I'll give y'all that. Got some baddies out there. They tell me to pull up to any of the trenches though. It's a dub.
The city of brotherly love now facing a nearly 12% increase in homicides from January 1st to late November.
This year, per capita, we have someplace worse than Chicago. Okay, where is it? It's called Philadelphia.
Philly is like damn near the murder capital now. It's all
nigga, you put them to an interview. I don't know. Your shit just made out of rug material. Yeah. That's what comes out your head. Rug material, like your shit rough. Nigga, it look like you ain't got a cut, but you do. He fucked you up with your jeans.
It's been crazy, but it seems like it's worse as it's ever been. You know, in Philly last year, almost 600 people were killed. How much does rap have to do with that and Instagram?
I say 75% of that.
Do you feel like you're the most hated right now?
I know I'm the most hated. They really deal with like pain when they lose their homies and shit. So, and then that's like a mixture of pain, you feel me, and just wanting to be something, looking up to a certain group of people. So, I don't know. To be honest, bro, I probably done lost like 19, bro. No bullshit, bro.
Tonight, a tragic.
What the fuck? Nah, that shit had to really sink in. 500th homicide. Nah, these niggas is bugging. But like, look at how they were. I heard like out there's a lot of abandoned buildings. There's a lot of like it's like abandoned building, apartment. Like, God, think about it. Where it's like any abandoned building, niggas that's on the block gonna turn those into traps. You feel me? Niggas gonna sell out them. Niggas gonna have guns in them. Niggas gonna have all types of shit. I could already feel like the police system isn't as good as out there in them areas. So niggas don't have to worry about police like how we do in the city or other places. For me, I'm pretty sure the kid like I just feel like Philly is not a high income city to provide what they need to stop the violence. Like a lot of cameras and shit. Like, cause nobody really cares about Philly, bro. Like Philly's not a main attraction in the U.S. So they don't really care, bro. But we play a part in that, bro. We fall into there with the system. Like, we fall into that, bro. Killing each other, doing all types of dumb shit.
Stone as we mark 500 lives lost to violence across the city of Philadelphia so far this year.
Damn, I don't know. If the nigga lost 19 people, how you still got people around? You at this way, you just equip the niggas. Like, you're no funny shit. You just find anybody to be friends with. Like, you lost, like, usually blocks mainly got the most 25 people. For me, 7 of them would be older heads. 8 core older heads. And I'm talking about niggas that's outside really putting on. Like, you feel me? or like in the beef, it'd be like 25. It'd be 8 older heads, solid older heads. For me, that's God and the young niggas. Then it's like 12 young niggas, like 12 like niggas that's around my age, 21 and like 18 to 21. Like, you feel me? That's really like doing shit. Then you got like the rest of them is the young ones that's gonna grow up into this shit. Like, which is like, it's sad. All it's sad to say, but that's really what it is. So it's like, y'all niggas got damn. I got so many extra niggas. Like, y'all, I mean, niggas left.
And there are still 36 days left in 2021.
Exclusively on Hulu and Disney Plus. Kingpin thanks you for your.
Over the past decade, drill has become a worldwide phenomenon, spreading to major cities across the world. In recent years, one scene in particular has been drawing a lot of comparisons to the original Chicago scene.
I'm not gonna lie though, I definitely heard about the Mr. Disrespectful nigga first. Not saying like he been outside more than Quanny and Leaf, but when I guess this was in 2021, like they said, when Philly drill was really taking off, when the hip shit was going on, I really started trying to look more into it. I wanted to see like what's going on with the drill and all that, and he was one of the niggas that popped up. You feel me? That's the only reason why I say it. Like,
London and New York have two of the most famous drill movements outside of Chicago, but both of these cities have very strict laws around firearms, and New York has the highest police presence of any place in the world. Chicago drill
Well, I'll
was
tell ya,
partly a result of
too
the
many
fact
cops
that it
out
was
here,
like
bro.
the Wild Wild West when it came to committing crimes. When it comes to the policing style in the city, Philadelphia very closely mirrors Chicago, and this has allowed Philly drillers to reap destruction over the past couple of years.
Yo,
The drill movement kicked off around 2019, and the homie rate spiked in 2020. It's unlikely that drill was the sole reason behind this jump, but it has definitely played a large role in instigating the violence. The scene is still relatively underground, but there are a lot of rappers buzzing with music videos over 1 million views. The music is literally tied to the things going on in the streets, and many of the rappers are the same ones doing the hits, then going and rapping about it in songs. And the craziness of the situation has drawn fans in to watch the story unfold in real time. So in this video, we'll take a look at the story of Philly drill. Before we get started, these videos do take a lot of time to research and put together. When outsiders think of Philadelphia,
give a fuck
they
what they
think
do,
of the
nigga.
generic branding
Shit
the
job,
city receives
bitch.
from television, like being the city of brotherly love or the
Nah, I'm
home of
fucking with
Rocky
you,
and
bro.
Philly
Don't get mad at
cheesesteaks.
me.
But for
Copyrighted.
decades, the city has been a rough and violent place. This violence dates back to its early days as a major city in the United States. The city has faced challenges related to crime and violence for decades, particularly in certain neighborhoods characterized by poverty, illegal substances,
Look at this shit
and
though.
gang activity. Factors such as the lack of economic opportunities and the easy availability of firearms have contributed to the constant violence in the
This shit
city.
look miserable.
It
Look.
was these tough conditions that produced plenty of musical talent, going back as far as the 80s when Will Smith came out as a
That
rapper,
shit look whack,
through the
bro.
90s with groups like State Property,
Rather live in the
Group,
Jets in
Motivational
New York City
Figures,
than live in that.
the 2000s with artists like Cassidy, ARF, and Meek Mill, and the mid-10s when Lil Uzi and PNB Rock came out with different sounds representing the new age of Philly. With the transition from the days of the dark, aggressive sound of Beanie Siegel to the fun, melodic Uzi sound, an outsider might think this was a reflection of the city getting less rough, and to an extent, that would be true. The crime rate.
Yeah, that could be true, but I also just think Uzi was just like Uzi just had a different sound. Like, what people don't realize is that usually you're famous for setting like a something that's different. Uzi sound was different. Like I was listening, like I said, I've been listening to his old shit. Like his sound when he first came out was just like, it's like different. Like it just was different. It's like it made people listen to how different it was, and it's like niggas was used to straight just 16 bars, but he implemented flows and shit, which a lot of niggas wasn't doing around that time.
Rates did experience a decline from the 90s to the mid-10s, but violence still remained a significant issue in many areas. And in 2020, all this progress would be erased, and the homie rate would skyrocket again. And just like in the 90s, this new wave of violence would have a hip-hop movement to accompany it. And this movement was Philly drill. One of the first rappers from this new era of Philly music was Lee Ford, a West Philly native. In 2018, he dropped a song called They Forgot that ended up taking off on SoundCloud and convincing him to take music seriously. They Forgot 2 was his first song with a music video, and this record also saw a lot of success. And Lee continued to drop consistently and establish himself on the scene. Going into 2019, the Philly scene really took off, and several West Philly artists dropped songs that went on to pass 1 million views.
Yeah, I be forget. Wait, I just saw Simpson Tanner. Simpson Tanner from Philly, right? I be forgetting that. If he isn't, then to be my bad. Not this nigga again.
I couldn't sleep at 8 p.m. and send a text to your DM. Falling for your fucking ass.
Toy the entire year with Sim Santana, a West Philly rapper who dropped a song called
So he is from Philly.
Escalation in April of 2019. The song immediately began taking off, racking up 100,000 views in a matter of days. The whole summer, the song continued to blow up, taking Sim Santana from being unknown to the hottest underground artist in Philadelphia. Sim was a part of a neighborhood called D4M, and there were 2 other rappers in the group called Sloan and Sciano. The 3 of them collaborated frequently, so after Sim blew up, they quickly began to take off as well. Around the same time Sim and D4M were blowing up, more West Philly rappers were seeing success as well. Up into 2019, Lil Bucks and One Mir were relatively unknown. Then in April,
This
they
nigga
dropped a
like
song called We Spinning. They ended up
nigga look old young. Like compared to now, this nigga look crazy young, man.
blowing them up, racking up several 100,000 views. They continued the motion, dropping We Spinning 2 a month later. Then they teamed up with Sloan and Sciano on a record called Come Outside that also did numbers. So in 2019, Sim Santana, D4M Sloan, and Sciano, Lil Bucks, and One Mir all joined Leaf Ward as the faces of the new movement in Philly. On a smaller scale, an artist called Young Liv, aka Livy, also got a buzz in the city after dropping a song called Dead Ops that took off. But his buzz wasn't as big as D4M or Lil Bucks and Mir. Unfortunately, later in 2019, Lil Bucks would end up getting booked and have to sit in jail for several months. And for the next couple years, he would continue to find himself in and out of jail, slowing his career down.
It's weird though, cause like, you know, it's like you like it'd be like it's funny that he say that, cause like it usually be like sometimes it depends. Like I feel like if you get like over 3 years, 3 years, 3 year plus, then it's like your career is over or your career get pushed back. But like 1 to 2, I feel like that I'd be helping niggas' careers, cause like I be hearing stories of niggas getting out and then all of a sudden they like blew up. And it's like why is always when niggas get out? Like even like Lil TJ, he did a year in jail, came out, went crazy. Young Boy came out, went crazy. There's a couple other people. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it. I feel like it helps depending on how much time you get. Because people be needing to miss niggas, and people want to like anticipate that first song. So if it's a banger, especially T Grizzly came out. I mean, people be anticipating that bang. You drop a banger that first song, niggas gonna. You already got all the people wanting to watch it, and it's tough. Oh yeah, you lit.
In 2020, Sim Santana and the other D4M rappers' crazy buzz from 2019 began to die down. Then, in July, the group experienced tragedy when Sciano had his life taken at the young age of 18. D4M would never reach
Yo,
the heights
nigga
they
was
saw
that
at the
young?
top of the Philly
But
scene in 2019.
I'm forgetting though. If they was 18 in 2020, that's 3 years ago. No, I was 17. Even if I wasn't. So I mean, that nigga, these niggas, well, I don't know about Sim, but that nigga was basically my age. Yeah, I'm making it seem like I was way younger than this nigga. 3 years ago, I was 18. Man, that's crazy, bro.
But throughout 2020, more big names made their way onto the Philly scene. One of the biggest names to come out this year was OT7 Quanny. He didn't have a breakout hit, but all throughout the year his music was taking off.
That's that guy
One
right
of his
there.
biggest early songs making noise was Dead Rappers. He was also featured on a popular Lil Bucks and One Mir song called Halftime. Quanny continued dropping
Hey, yo, that nigga dropping it hot?
popular Lil Bucks and One Mir song
I didn't even know
called
Quanny get down like that.
Halftime. Quanny continued dropping, remaining consistent, and by the end of the year, he was the second biggest underground artist behind Lee Ford. Quanny was part of a neighborhood alliance called Zoo Gang, and this group had another prominent rapper called Poundside Pop. Pop initially blew up in 2017
Yeah, I
off
remember
a song
him.
called OSS. That was similar to the melodic style P&B took to the mainstream around that time. Pop's music had remained melodic, but he still talked about violence and beef like all of the other rappers in the New Philly movement. He and Quanny would team up frequently to put on for Zoo Gang and take shots.
Yeah, I
at
was
the
gonna
ops.
say, yeah, he like at that time, the way that nigga was looking, he wasn't gonna make it. But like he didn't have money. But right here, for me, yeah, he needed a development. Cause like that nigga looked crazy. Niggas doing all types of weird shit. Imagine getting dissed by your ops, you see him in the music video like this. Oh nah, we definitely got clapping.
Zoo Gang beefed with another neighborhood alliance called Black Flags, and this group has several rappers. One of the most known was Shy Glizzy. He had a few songs, but he got his name for being active in the streets, and this had led to him being one
I'm
of the
a young ball. Wait,
in July 20.
that's not even him. Yo, I'm fucking. What song this nigga made? That I used to hear.
20, they were able to get to him and claim his life. And after his passing, he became.
Wait. Oh, it's not him then. Shy Glizzy not dead. We not talking about the same Shy Glizzy. I don't even look like him.
One of the main people the Zoo rappers dissed. Shy had been a part of a set called NLB under the Black Flags umbrella, but the main hood in Black Flags was Blumberg, which was the home to rappers like Blumberg G's and Blumberg Ear. Blumberg was allied with a group called 5 Up, and this group had a rapper called 5 Up Newski. Newski, G's, and Ear collaborated frequently and built up a buzz in
Chicago
2020,
names
putting on for the Black Flags, and traded disses with Zoo Gang. The most successful rapper to come from Black Flags was Hood Tally. Hood Tally, known as GG at the time, was a rapper from the Germantown area of Philadelphia who started buzzing after dropping a song called Exotic in February of 2020. He continued his momentum, dropping more and more music videos, doing numbers, and he was also heavy on the social media antics and constantly dissed and trolled his ops on Instagram. Hood Famous J was another rapper on similar timing with the dissing and social media antics. He was from an area called The Pit that beefed with D4M, and he dissed members from this group as well as their deceased authors. In 2020,
no, why the bitch dissing about it? Niggas won't throw mad.
Quickly gaining attention.
Beef for him out.
Despite all these new rappers coming out onto the scene, Lee Ford remained the hottest, and early into the year, he dropped They Forgot 3, and it quickly ran up millions, becoming not only his biggest song, but the biggest song to come out the Philly underground in years.
Listen to me. What are you doing with your life? I mean it. What the actual fuck are you doing with your life? With your time every single day? You already know that mindlessly scrolling through your phone isn't going to make you successful. But there's something that you didn't know yet. Scrolling through your phone is directly correlated to failure. Failure on your brain's attention span, failure on your relationships, failure to succeed and achieve your dreams.
I say that every time, bro. Phones ruin relationships, bro. Like, y'all bitch be thinking, oh no, I'm gonna communicate. Fuck the communication through the phone. Pull up on me. Like,
From the beginning of the new era to 2020, the main rappers have been established, along with multiple different sides of the many beefs going on, and disses were being traded back and forth. So all the requirements were there to classify
fuck?
what
Nah,
was
these niggas
happening
is
as a
demonic.
drill
Nigga got a
scene.
fucking
But
money
2021
head.
was the first year people started to categorize everything going on in the city as a single movement. This was the first year people started using the term Philly drill, and channels began covering the beef going on. The most covered conflict was the war on the north side between Zoo Gang and Black Flags, with Zoo rappers like OT7 Quanny, Poundside Pop, and Our Boar, and Diamond Street Keem going back and forth with Black Flag rappers like Hood Tally, Five Newski, and Bloomberg G's and Ear. Lil Bucks was part of a group called O to the 4, also known as Campers, which was located in West Philly, but the group was clicked up with Zoo Gang and also had beef up in North Philly with Bloomberg and other Black Flags neighborhoods. O to the 4 also beefed with a hood in West Philly called
Damn, these niggas beef
YBC.
with everybody.
Young Liv's neighborhood, 56th Street, aka Clappers, also had beef with YBC, so Bucks and Liv dissed them regularly. In 2021, YBC rappers like F5, Reek 1200, and J100 began rapping, becoming the voice for their side, dissing their rival.
Oh, YBC. Yo. Who let this nigga make a ski mask out of a curtain? My nigga. What the fuck? Isn't this, it's Mr. Disrespectful. Damn. Nah, man, what the fuck? You got the James Harden bid at one point?
Schools like O to the 4 and 56th Street. Meanwhile, also in West Philly, the beef between D4M and the Pit raged on, with Hood Famous J dissing often and Sloan and Sim Santana responding occasionally. The beefs between groups like the Zoo, Black Flags, D4M, the Pit, YDC, and O to the 4 were the main conflicts going on the music scene, but they were far from the only conflicts in the city. In 2021, we see the rise of another artist putting the spotlight on another conflict. G12 Za was a rapper from North Philly who initially began buzzing after dropping a song called Outside that began to take off in late 2020. He was part of a group called G12, closely allied with another neighborhood called M24, beefing with two hoods called LV and Parkside. Za had a completely different
Parkside. Nah, he's beefing my block. Why one of the side? One of our sides is called Parkside. We taking that trip to Philly.
style from all the other Philly artists because he made slower melodic songs that were almost more singing than rapping, similar to Polo G style. However, despite this singing melodic style, Za dissed his ops frequently, leading many to still classify him as a drill rapper. Going into 2021, he was showing potential, and throughout the year, he dropped big songs that got his name up in discussions. In April, he dropped a song called Gangsta Party that blew up, passing 1 million views, becoming his biggest song, and making him one of the biggest underground artists in the city. Gangsta Party also featured another rapper called NSU Shido. Shido was also from North Philly, but he was a member of the Black Flags. Similar to Za, Shido also had a melodic style that set him apart from most other Philly artists. From 2020, he had started to
Nah, why
buzz.
that nigga look like Kenny Smith?
2021, he and G12 Za had several big collaborations that took him to the next level. However, in September of 2021, Shido nearly lost his life one night when he was riding with a friend. Ops pulled up, firing into a car he was riding in, and hit him in the head twice. Miraculously, he was survived.
This nigga recorded that? I think you supposed to leave this on the internet. Leave this off the internet. This nigga skull made out of tight tape. It's not even funny. Bro.
The friend he was riding with wasn't so fortunate. Shido ended up making a strong recovery and dropping the Pain song, speaking on the whole experience, and his career continued to grow. Shido and G12 had found their own separate lane, but in 2021, the rest of the city was beginning to find a unified sound. Ever since 2019, Detroit had been on fire, and their sound had been spreading all across the country. In 2021, Philly rappers hopped on the wave. Up into 2021, new era Philly rappers had been rapping on the southern style, simple piano beats, popularized by Splurge and NLE Chopper. But in 2021, most Philly rappers turned towards the Detroit sound as their primary choice for beats, and this became the new sound of Philly drill. Going into 2022, rappers continued to get even more disrespectful, and even more new rappers began popping out.
Yo, I hate them fucking Detroit beats, bro. Like, and hopefully, I mean, like, if you talk about past tense, yeah, I'm glad niggas stopped doing that. But if you talking about now, when niggas do, which I doubt he is, bro, I hate them beats, bro. Them shit just whack. Like, please stop using them whack ass Detroit beats, bro. Anybody. The fuck? Now, this game look wild fire off the graphics. Mind you, watch this shit never not even be like this if you buy it. Look at this shit. This is fire. I like shit like this, man. I dad play this.
Early into the year, a North Philly rapper called Berg Street Man began buzzing. His songs, like What the Off the Map and
Yeah,
Get
I
Over,
remember him.
were doing numbers,
6
and
feeters.
he appeared to have potential. Man was a part of the Zoo Gang and heavy into the beef. In May, he decided to take the disrespect to another level when he recorded one of the most disrespectful songs in Philly history, then shot the video in his op's hood. This move worked and got him the attention.
I ain't know he shot it in his op hood. Where was niggas at? That nigga had no music playing. If he did, the nigga turned it all the way down.
That he was looking for. But just 3 days after it dropped, his ops would end up catching him and taking his life. A situation almost identical to what happened to Lil Mark almost 8 years prior when he dropped No Competition. After Man's passing, Hood Tally, Blumberg G's, and many of his other ops began visiting him regularly, and the situation generated a lot of attention, becoming one of the biggest stories of the year. Another big story in 2022.
I ain't gonna lie, they had to pack him, bro. He was too disrespectful, bro. The nigga pulled up to their hood and shot a vid. Yes, they had to do that. I ain't gonna lie, they had to. Because if that was anybody else, they'd have had to do that too.
Was the rise of YBC Duel. Many called YBC the most hated group in Philadelphia, and Duel began his rap career with the goal to be the most hated rapper in the city.
I really fuck with that
He
camo
constantly
fit. I like that
from
shit.
all the groups YBC beefed with. He did so much that he literally gave himself the title Mr. Disrespectful. If you've seen any other videos about drill on this channel, you know that the fans grab.
But this is what I was talking about. I was only like 6 niggas I see, bro.
Already a poppin' drill scene. Dropping super disrespectful songs is basically a cheat code. YBC Duel began his career dropping his first song in January of 2022, and by October he started blowing up after an extremely disrespectful song called So Many Names started going viral. He continued dropping regularly and ended the year as one of the biggest artists on the Philly drill scene. Duel collaborated frequently with rappers from other groups clicked up with YBC, and this helped to give shine to rappers like Cop Out Blick, FS The Bender, and Mir Pablo. YBC was blowing up on the music scene, but they were losing members the whole year. In May, they lost an up-and-coming rapper called Baby Ka, Then in June, they lost another called Da Fetty. And in December, a YBC rapper called J100, who was actually the founder of the gang, ended up getting his life taken. Also in December, O2 was hit with an indictment that put 5 of their members behind bars. Around this time, they also decided to click up with the Clappers from 56th Street, as well as the Clappers from 7th Street in South Philly, and unite under the name CCK, which stood for Campers, Clappers, Clappers. From 2022 to 2023, not much changed. Leaf Ward, OT7 Quanny, Lil Bucks, G12 Za, YBC Duel, and Hood Tally continue to lead the scene. Hood Tally relaxed slightly on the disrespect, but Lil Bucks continued dissing heavily, and so did YBC Duel and the rest of his crew. Leaf Ward and OT7 Quanny were mainly focused on grinding and putting out good music. As always, the constant theme of violence continued in the city. Blumberg G's had been on the run since December of 2022, when he was charged for booming a zoo member known as Lil Ranger. He had managed to avoid authorities for months, but in June of 2023, he became another name on the long list of Philly rappers who met the same fate. Then in July, a CCK rap list, but in June of 2022, Lil Ranger. He had managed to avoid authorities for months, but in June of 2023, he became another name on the long list of Philly rappers who met the same fate. Then in July, a CCK rapper called D Gloco also became a casualty of this never-ending
You
cycle.
niggas just be clapping each other like
day.
all
Philly
pause.
scene
Fuck it.
has seen a lot of chaos, destruction, and tragedy, leaving many grieving
Niggas
families.
can't win.
The music is thriving for now, but with the amount of
Shit,
attention
grimy.
rappers are getting, there's no telling who has indictments waiting around the corner. If they can stay alive and free, some of these rappers have the potential to touch the mainstream.
Nah, these niggas got me, man. I thought they was gonna talk about, not to say it like that, but I thought they was gonna talk about Quanny and them mainly, bro. But I felt them. They gonna give insight on everybody. I mean, I kind of already knew some of this stuff. I knew the Berkman shit. Like I said, I was in tune with this shit before I heard the Quanny and all them. I mean, I don't think Quanny really had music out at that time. So I already know Leaf. I'm never gonna really be in tune with, you feel me, unless he change up the tone and flow of how he rap, or he just find a way to make it sound something I would listen to, kind of like on some Meek Mill shit. But now I ain't gonna lie, bro. These niggas in Philly is grimy, man. Definitely live up to they shit. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna lie, niggas is grimy out there, bro. That's one of the places I mainly feel scared to go out to and like be out there, bro. I'm scared, bro. In Philly, bro. Even those other places that's probably dead grimy, but I'm scared. Respectfully, I ain't gonna lie, I was falling asleep though in that shit. Not gonna lie, y'all. And it's not because the video was born, it's just that it's fucking like 4 in the morning. You can see it in my eyes, bro. I'm tired. Especially I'm off this, man. 4 uploads tomorrow at 3 p.m. I don't even know why I'm saying all this because, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad I made it to the end. I love y'all. If you're going to keep getting these reactions out, yeah, I'm out of here.